All right, welcome to the actual Whiskey Vault. This is day 3 of the Whiskey Advent Calendar. If you're joining along, it's been fun. 2 smoky whiskeys to start the gathering. So let's see what day 3 brings to the table. Now remember, my system is I'm going in blind, and then I'm unveiling, and then I'm making a guess as to what I think I'm drinking. Then I'm figuring out what it is. And then we're comparing it if I have something to compare it to. They wrote the names on the bottles on these, so I had somebody else open these all up. And there's a piece of paper inside the box that will tell me what this is. Not looking. And there's the taped over glass. So I'm going to use my own preferred method of nosing and checking things. And then I'll carry on, I guess. Okay, first things first on the nose. Ooh-wee. Okay, first thing my brain says is sherry cask. And I think single malt. I did it. I should not be doing that. What I keep recommending is that you try to not come to conclusions. So, let me take a step back and just say really frickin' fruity, but all dark fruit in the direction of finishes. So raisin and fig. It's very bready. Like fruit cake bready. Not quite pastry, but cake kind of. It's dense. Behind that breadiness, there's a little orange zest. And then in a sort of waxiness that is in the direction of walnut, but doesn't quite reach like Dalmore walnut levels. Dalmore's always the one for me that's like really walnutty. But there is a sort of wax shine to the nose. Not a lot of oak. There's a vanilla, but it's like a roasted dark, it's too covered in jam and dark fruit for the vanilla to really shine. There is a slight wooden note behind the wax, but it's mostly covered up on the palate. Simple, very sweet. Reasonable proof, 50 plus, I would argue, just on the experience of that palate. And it's got this sort of, the simple sweetness combined with the waxy note is on the palate. Then it's dry and a little tannic. All right, that sweetness really fills the middle. Like you bit into fruit inside of a pastry, just rolls across. But then your aftertaste is really dry and wooden. Interesting. Okay, I like this one, but I like sherry casks. I have no idea what I'm drinking. No idea. So I think this is a malt. So I'm going to say I think this is, once again, a Scotch. Not surprising. I think it's very sherry casked. I think it's probably, I'm not getting that really young barley note or the vibrant, that I get from a younger malt, but I am getting a little wood. It's not that old. I would say this is 12 to 14. And I guess it could be a little younger. Let's say 10 to 14 just to spread the safety net. And very sherry. I have no idea what distillery I'm drinking though. But it is malt. It's not a blend, I don't think. All right. What are we drinking? And, we'll discuss this in the comments. That's the easiest place to discuss it. Piece of paper, drum roll. Oh, Berry Brothers and Rudd. the classic range. So is this one of their space sides? 12-year-old sherry cask. Let's say, so we definitely got single malt. We got the sherry cask. We roughly got the age. I should have stuck with 12. That would have been impressive. And it's just called Berry Brothers and Rudd is an independent bottler who I love. And they buy barrels from other distilleries and then release them. This is not named, so I don't know what it is. It just says classic range. It feels to me like this could be a Speyside sherry cask, but your mileage may vary. What would I compare it to? Another 12-year-old sherry cask. That's what I would compare it to. Now what? That's the question. The camera's not going to follow. By the way, if there's faults in the camera work, or it's a little blurry and not high res, or the audio is a problem, it's not our camera guy's fault. It's my fault. I had him set everything up and we played around with it, and then I'm recording all of this all by myself and sending in the files, and he's just having to deal with whatever he gets. So blame it on the rain. Oh, I wonder if I have a Berry Brothers and Rudd non-blend over here. Nah, screw it. We're just going to look for a good sherry cask that anybody could get. What's one that anybody could get? And simple. You know what? What's the proof on that? That will help me. Sorry, guys. This is just, amazing content. So I covered these in gaff tape, and what that means is that the gaff tape is, or not I did, they did. I gave them gaff tape roll. 45.3. Sometimes it rips off the label. Gaff tape is no joke. Okay, so anything in the 45 range. Let's compare it to a true, one of my favorite sherry casks, which is just GlenDronach. And this is not GlenDronach. But if you can get a GlenDronach 12-year-old, let's see how it compares. This is the original. In the nose, the advent calendar, getting a little more candied as it sits. The GlenDronach, ooh, I need a little more. It's not filling the glass. Oh, the GlenDronach is more fainty, more funky, a little more sulfur on the nose. And the fruit is actually way fruitier, way fruitier. Wow, I'd never have imagined. My memory of GlenDronach 12 is that it just explodes with fruit in the nose. But compared to the advent calendar, it's actually a little more musty fruit and darkness, and this is way more bold. Oh man, it's turning into chocolate and coffee notes now. Wow, this is really changing in the glass. This is getting great. Okay. All right, there it is. It's all on the palate. I love the GlenDronach, like really meaty sherry with a little bit of that sulfuric note that I love in sherry cask influenced things, but not everybody does. On this one, the palate, super sweet. The nose is magnificent. That's just a fruit bomb. Once again, really love the advent calendar choice. I like GlenDronach, but if I had to pick between these two, I actually prefer the advent calendar, Berry Brothers and Rudd choice, over the GlenDronach 12. Well, that's very surprising to me. Okay. Well, hey, that was day 3. We got a lot to go. I'm shooting these not all at once, but yeah, okay. I am really glad you're here. I'm glad that you're joining for the advent calendar, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.